Next we have discussing about in the warm temperate region, eastern हो गया, western हो गया, in continent. So the continent is basically here, that is within the interior of the continent, and this particular region is having the extreme range of temperature. Why? Because of the effect of continent. As the land mass will cool and warm very quickly, so there will be what? The extreme temperature range. So therefore there will be annual range of temperature will be more. If you see this in the Eurasian region, this steppe type of the climate is termed as what? Steppe grassland. So that is extended from the shore of the Black Sea, यहाँ से towards the foothills of this Altai mountain. Right, so this is steppe termed in the Eurasia. If you see here in the Northern America, that is the prairies, right, from the in the foothills of Rockies, and यहाँ पे क्या है? Great Lake region, right. Then the Pampas, that is in between the rain shadow zone of Andes mountain, where Argentina and then this one veld. So इसमें भी दो variety. In the northern, this is the bush veld, which is similar to the tropical grassland, and when it comes to southern one, that is a high veld. That is a comparatively more temperate grassland. Then here in the downs, the name of the grassland in the Australia, that is situated in the Murray-Darling Basin, that is a river. When it comes to New Zealand, then it's a Canterbury grassland. So this is the name of the grassland that we need to understand. Then if we see that why this particular region as far as the temperature is concerned, so this particular region is something that is under the influence of the westerly wind. So westerly wind, as it will approach to the interior of the continent, so the amount of the moisture will be less, and hence there will be less precipitation. And as far as there is a less precipitation, so we see that less number of the tree, or we can say that there is a dominance of the grassland. So the extreme temperature, because of the effect of continentality, summer will be comparatively warmer. This range you should remember, 18 to 20, right? So 18 to 20 during the summer season, right? So the extreme temperature we observe more in the northern hemisphere. Why? Because if you see that location, that is in the interior of the continent. However, if you see in the southern hemisphere, that is in the close proximity with the maritime influence. So because of the maritime influence, this steppe climate in the southern hemisphere is never severe as far as the temperature difference is concerned. So the southern hemisphere is never severe. Why? Because of so again, this is what the regional variations within the same time of the climatic condition. Now, as far as the season of the rainfall is concerned, that is in the late spring season or early summer, in the month of June and July. Sometime this steppe climate will also receive the rainfall in the winter season. We know that this in the temperate region, temperate cyclone. So that in the winter season, the cyclone will be in the form of snow or the frost, approximate up to 2.5 centimeters, specifically here, right? Now if you see this, if you remember, we have discussed the local wind, specifically this Chinook, otherwise termed as what? Snow eater, है ना? तो यहाँ पे because of this orographic upliftment there in because of the Rockies, so rainfall in this region, so then this is going to be descend on the leeward side. So we have seen that there will be melting of the snow. So this prairie grassland, even if in the winter season, will be available for the grazing of the livestock, right? So here that local factor influence, that is again causing the difference in this region, right? So winter month may be 2.5 centimeter, occasionally depression, that is because of the westerly, right? And in southern hemisphere, again the rainfall will be comparatively more. Why? Because of the maritime influence. So because of maritime influence in the southern hemisphere, there are the two difference that is occurring with respect to northern. Is one is because that severe weather and the amount of the rainfall is comparatively higher than that of the northern hemisphere. So this is with respect to the temperature and rainfall, right? Then we have to discuss that what is the vegetation. So vegetation here, this particular region is more or less devoid of the trees. Reason being is effect of continentality, rainfall is less, right? And the grasses are comparatively shorter, yet nutritious. What makes the temperate grassland grasses are nutritious as compared to equatorial grasses or the tropical grasses? So in, no, it is not because of the temperature, it is because of the rainfall. So in tropical region there will be leaching of nutrient from the surface, right? So the soil is not having the sufficient amount of the nutrient, so nutrient is less available. When it comes to temperate region, the amount of the rainfall is less, so there won't be the leaching of the nutrient away from the surface of the soil. See, as far as the fertility of soil is concerned, it is always considered in the context of the topsoil, because be it agriculture crop or the grasses, they do not have the very long root. So if they don't have the very long root, so they cannot fetch the nutrient or even the water from the depth down, which is the case with respect to the trees. Trees के case में क्या होता है, their roots are very at the comparatively very low high depth, so they can even fetch the nutrient in the water. But when it comes to grasses, so their roots are comparatively shorter and hence they need the nutrient at the surface of the soil. So as this temperate region is receiving the less amount of the rainfall, first thing, so there won't be the leaching, and even the intensity of the rainfall is very less, right? So what will happen, there won't be even runoff, sheet erosion nahi hoga. So nutrient will be available and hence the grasses will be nutritious. So why? Because no leaching of the nutrient, because of the moderate rainfall, right? So that is the reason with respect to tropical grassland. Difference क्या है, right? So these two factors will decide the economy, right? So first is that agriculture crop. Wheat, we know that we can grow in the cool and the dry region, and that is why this particular region sometimes is also termed as a granary of the world, right? If you have seen during the Russia-Ukraine war, so this Black Sea that has been blocked by the Russia, and because of which Ukraine was unable to export the wheat grain, especially in this region. Then there was a deal which was signed, Black Sea grain deal, है ना? That was with the mediation of Turkey and United Nations, right? Why the Russia was putting this? Because he might be thinking that, the Russia was thinking that maybe there will be, that external help will be provided to the Ukraine in the name of, transporting the wheat, that weapon and all, so that Ukraine can have the additional benefits. So what was happening in these countries, there was that hunger driven, that the hunger was getting adversely impacted. Why? Because the export of this grain, especially from the Ukraine, was halted because of that conflict, right? And this is what this granary of the world. Why? Because here this grassland, that grassland is, this area is converted into for the cultivation of the wheat, because temperature is less, right? So that is very, very important for the ripening of the wheat grain. Understand? So this grassland in this grassland, the wheat is the most important agriculture crops, and that is why it is termed as what? The granary of the world, especially this prairies, right? This is one important thing, right? And then why this grassland is converted into the agriculture field for the cultivation of the wheat, that is also we need to understand. One reason is this grassland is basically comparatively a plain area, right? Means that levelness of the steppe and other grassland, they are equal. Understand? So because of which what is happening, that plugging will be comparatively easy, and then we have already seen that the nutrition in the soil is very much, so the application of the fertilizer won't be required. And then the third reason is that as the population is rising, so the pressure over the land is increasing, but the land is a what? Limited resource, right? So that is why there is a degradation of forest or the conversion of the grassland into the agriculture land, right? So this grassland area is being converted into the agriculture. Why? Because the demand for the food is increasing, and then there is an issue of hunger, malnutrition, right? So that is why these areas are being converted from the grassland into the cultivation of wheat, right? So why it is easy? Because of the levelness, right, and the adequate climatic condition which favor the cultivation of the wheat. This is one important crops. Then the another is maize, right. So maize is grown in comparatively warmer and the humid region in the same part. So wherever there is a cold and dry condition, wheat is the suitable crop, right. On the warmer and the comparatively wetter area, right. So what is happening? There is a cultivation of maize, right. And if you see, some of the region are located, especially if you see this one, US or this Australia, even this New Zealand, यहाँ पे. So highly mechanized agriculture, with the help of that intensive agriculture to increase the production of the crop. So that is why this mechanized agriculture is also one of the reason that why this grassland is more favorable for the cultivation of the agriculture crop. This is one thing. This is one primary economic activity in the context of agriculture, and you should know that what are the crops which is going on. So यहाँ पे current affairs में यहाँ पे this Black Sea grain deal जो है, that you need to see, because I think in 2024 end में that was again halted by the Russia, right. Then the another important economic activity is the ranching. So large scale rearing of animal for the commercial purpose, means profit making, right. So this ranching, especially if you should remember the name of this grass, alfalfa, is a type of that grass which is highly nutritious, which is used for cattle and the sheep rearing, right. And another is this lucerne, right. So this example you should know. So this is what the nutritious grass is which is used for the ranching of the animal, right. Understand? Then so this ranching of the animal because of the nutritious grasses, along with the development of science and technology, how nearby the port area, right. So when this refrigerated ship, because these animals, that sheep rearing or maybe the cattle rearing, if that is being used not just for the dairy products but for the meat or the beef, so that needs to be stored after the slaughtering of the animal, and as this is a perishable in nature, so shelf life needs to be increased. So what is needed? The cold chain storage system. So when this refrigerated ship exporting system being developed, so the large quantity of either the beef, mutton, even the wool by the sheep rearing, especially this Australia and the New Zealand, they are rearing the sheep for the this making of the wool, and they are exporting to this European country, right, where there is what the British type of the climate, there we will see, right. So this refrigerator ship, they are exporting the large quantity of this milk, butter and the cheese and other dairy products, because of what? That the science and technology. So it means it is not just geographical factor, that other development in the context of the science and the technology is very important to exploit the added favor which the nature and the geography is doing in any particular geographical region, right. So this is the case.